So guys, in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can calculate the total cost of starting your business. So I'm going to show you what the requirements are, what the basic needs are. So if you actually want to start your business, ensure you watch this video. So we actually developed this tool, which is called LLC Toolkit.zenithtext.com. So this tool will actually allow you to estimate probably how much you are going to use to start your business. What are the going or recurring payments you are going to need to start your business or run for 3 or 4 months? Note that these particular results are typically a projection of what you are going to need to start the business, is not the accurate amount, because sometimes you might actually spend more or you might spend less. So we're going to come over to the tool options over here, come back to the tool options, then you are going to click on this cost calculator. So I'm going to click on this. So you're going to see that they have filing calculator, professional service cost, ongoing compliance expenses, ROI projection. So to estimate how much you are going to make for the next 6 months or 3 months. So let me launch the two to show you. So over here, as you can see, it said having a green line business idea but clueless about startup costs. Get strong clarity plan. Plan smart, launch smart. So as you can see, let's see to help us form a better company. As you can see, we're going to choose our business. So we're actually starting our business in United States. Then we are actually choosing LLC for our business structure. So if you don't know how to choose any of the LLCs, C Corp, Nonprofit, LTD, and or LLP. So I'm going to drop the video link inside the video description for you to choose the right business entity that is perfectly fit for your business. So let me get started with the LLC to show you. So over here, as you can see, we are going to enter the expenses of our business. So the first category of expenses you are going to make in your business is trying to start your business by trying to register your business in a state in United States. So let me click on this startup cost, which is the filing and legacy. So state filing fee. So maybe let's say that you are filing in the state of Wyoming, which is around $100. So then the registered agent, which is about $119 if you are using a formation agent like Bizzy. So legal fees, let's say you get it at a rate of $300. So business permits. Business permits are mostly like $120 in most states. So as you can see, for this first category, we are going to be spending $639 for our business filing and setup. So the next category of expenses we are going to incur while running our business is this particular category, which is category 2, which are basically physical items we are going to get. So one of them is the space. So how much are we paying for the space we want to get? So let's assume that we are paying like $4,000 for our space. So then equipment, how much are we going to incur whenever we are going to get equipment? So let's say we are actually being $3,500. So ensure that all these expenses match up with what your project, the cost of purchasing a machine or equipment. So we are paying $3,600. So are we going to keep an inventory? So if your business actually requires you to buy physical products, what is the cost of getting your inventory? So let's assume that you say is $4,500. Let's say $5,000 for trying to incur an inventory. So the next one is, how much are we paying our workers' salaries? Or do we have any workers? So let's assume we have 2 workers that's going to start up the company, and we are going to be paying them $2,000 for each of them. So let's say we are paying $4,000. Then insurance, every business has to get insurance for its business. So we are going to pay maybe $500 for insurance. So as you can see, for this category, we are going to be paying $49,000 for this category. So the next category is the website and marketing setup. So let's go over to it then. As you can see, for the market research, let's say we are paying $1,000 for the market research. So if you are to promote our products on social media, how much are we social media managers? So we are going to be paying them maybe $2,000. So then, if you are to do SEO, let's say $1,000, the marketing, email marketing software or email marketing in general, anyone we call it, we are going to allocate $500 for this, then public relations. So let's say we are doing just $100, then domain name registration. So mostly domain registration is around $12 to $20, depending on the domain registrar you are using. So for the logo, let's say we spend $500 for the logo. Then the branding, let's say we spent $1,200 for branding. So then we have website design. So majorly we can spend like $1,700 for website design. And let's say for the web development of the website, we spend $500. So combining web design and web development is the total is around $2,000 plus. So then we will need hosting for our website. So let's say we spent the $300 for hosting this website and for accounting software like FreshBooks or other software that we can use to automate most of our expenses. So we spend this $300 on the software, then the CRM and productivity tools. So like Zoho email and the rest, like sending a custom email. So let's say we spend $250 on the business email setup, and let's say we spend $200. So as you can see for this session, we actually spent $10,062 for this session. So the next session or the next category that we might actually incur during the running of our business is this research and estimation cost. So click on it, as you can see. So we have a few legal consultation fees, so we can put it at $200 or $2,000. Mind you, we have a fee over here. So for us not to have legal fees and contract review twice, so we can decide to leave it. Or if we are to pay the fee, we can decide to put any figure for this particular session. So let's say we are going to pay $500 for these services, then accounting. If you are to actually employ an accountant during the course of running our business, so let's say we actually paid the accountant $1,000 to $1,500 for these services. Then industry research cost. So let's say $100 or above the fee for the market report and tools that we are going to use during the course of running our business. So let's say we actually get the two at $100, then Chamber of Commerce and legal registration. So for the permits and different documents that we might need if the business needs any of these documents. So let's say we get it at a rate of $150. As you can see, for this category of research and estimation cost, so the total cost is going to be around $2,350 for this particular session. So the last category of expenses that are actually incurred whenever I want to start up a business is the monthly financial estimation and monetary budget. So this particular session will allow us to know how much we are going to spend on a monthly basis. So how much is going to be needed for us to run the businesses for the next 6 to 3 months. So let's assume that if we start this business and this business actually blows up, it starts making monthly revenue. Let's say it might make it like $50,000 for monthly revenue for this business. So ongoing monthly expenses. So after we calculated our ongoing monthly expenses for paying our worker salary, insurance, and different services. So let's assume that digital courses amount to $10,000. So then how much do we have on ground to be able to maintain this business for, let's say, 3 to 4 months? You know, the amount we have saved up in our account to ensure that this business doesn't go bankrupt. So this is the working capital buffer. So let's say we have like $5,000 for this particular business. So then let's do the calculation. As you can see, the monthly expenses are $10,000. The working capital is $35,000. So for the monthly capital, so let's do the calculation to see our projection for running this business for 2 to 3 months. So calculate and see. So as you can see, the startup cost around $62,000. So as you can see, this is the amount we might probably need to start up these businesses. And our monthly expenses are around $10,000. So capital needed for 6 months for us to be able to make a profit. So this is the amount we might make or you might need. As you can see, this is the graph of where we are spending most of our money. So we are spending more money on running costs. The running cost is around $49,000. Marketing is about $10,000. Research is about $23.50 in expenses. The expenses around $10,000. And the working capital is about $35,000. So over here, and these are our recommendations based on your entries and data chosen with this tool. I believe this LLC toolkit will help you to project how much you're going to need to actually start up your business and be able to make money and more. So if you want to start your business, I recommend these 3 LLC formation services, which are Bizzy, or you can use Zen Business to start up your business. So all you have to do is click on Get Started over here. Let's click on Bizzy, and you are going to use them to start your business and make money online. Thanks for watching. I'm going to drop the link to these 2 inside the video description below for you to try them out, to actually know how much you're going to pay for your businesses whenever you want to start up your company. Thanks. I will see you in my next video. Bye.